Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Sweetie's just popped over to show her bum to you all, bless her. And today's video is on first date fragrances. These fragrances are mostly unisex, but I feel that they lean feminine and would probably work for people that are more looking for the feminine sweet florals and sort of vanilla-y type of fragrances, which is what quite a lot of my fragrances are. But I think all of these would work on a particular type of date or with a particular type of situation. So let's just get straight into it. Let's start with the fragrance that kind of says you're a bit up for it, and that is Alien Essence Absolue. And the reason why I think it's very alluring, it's very sexy, it's got the alien sambac jasmine, it's got that alien feel. Alien is a very provocative and loud and very feminine fragrance. And I feel like because this has got some of that in it, it's definitely a very up for it kind of fragrance. But this has a lot more vanilla. It has a lot of very woodsy vanilla that's not too sweet. It's a very rich and syrupy fragrance as well. It's quite loud. It doesn't project like a beast. It's not coming all the way out here, but it does project pretty far, particularly the first hour or two. So this is very much a loud and bold scent. So if you're a loud and bold person, it may suit your personality. Or if you're going to somewhere that's going to be full of people, really busy, maybe your first date's at a party, a gig, a packed event somewhere, then this is a good one. He'll be able to smell you even if he loses sight of you. So that's Alien Essence Absolue. Okay then. Let's go opposite direction. Let's imagine you've agreed to a date with someone, but you're not entirely certain how you feel about them. So you don't want them making strong moves on that first date. You want to just take your time and assess that person. And for that situation, I would pick Sappho from Lush because it's quite an aloof fragrance. It's got a lot of iris in it. Iris can come off a little aloof and a little cool. This is warmed up by tobacco and vanilla and some jasmine as well. So they add a touch of warmth and the jasmine a little bit of a feminine flirtiness, with the iris acting as a keep your distance barrier. And it's a very smooth, it's very grown up. I'd say this is the most mature of all the offerings I've got here. But it's really beautiful still. I don't think it's going to hold anyone off too far, but it might just give them a little hint that you are not going to be snogging them on the first date, and you will certainly not be inviting them in for coffee. Then that is Sappho from Lush. How about, let's go a bit Alice in Wonderland. Eat Me. So what I mean by that, without elaborating too much, Eat Me. I've chosen Fragrenza's Amarena Cherry. This is a dupe for Tom Ford's Lost Cherry. However, I get a better performance. I get a much richer, stronger, more syrupy fragrance than the original Tom Ford Lost Cherry. And it is a very gorgeous, rich, it's like cherry, glacé cherries and marzipan and cherry liqueur and vanilla. It lasts really well. So if your date is going to last really long time, then that will take you through as long as you need it to. And it definitely has Eat Me written all over you. You spray it wherever you want to be eaten, just like Marilyn Monroe would spray, no, was it Marilyn Monroe? Spray perfume where she wanted to be kissed. That was either Marilyn or Coco Chanel. Our answers in the comments below, because I've forgotten. Spray it where you want to be sniffed and eaten even. But yeah, it's gorgeous. So that's my Eat Me fragrance. I've got a Drink Me too. Panah London. And this is a pink champagne truffle. And This has a really gorgeous raspberry liqueur scent to it. So it's raspberry liqueur, some dark chocolate, a little bit of rose, and it smells a bit coconutty to me as well, although coconut is not listed. You smell like decadent dark chocolates and a raspberry liqueur. So this is a very much drink me all up fragrance. Quite strong, only need a few sprays. Definitely going to entice someone a little bit closer, and it's quite different to the fragrances that you smell that people buy on the high street, so you will smell unique, which is always a good thing, I think. In fact, as a quick note, all of these fragrances are pretty unique, and therefore you're not running that risk of smelling like your date's mother, sister, aunt or ex, which would be terrible. So some advice, whatever you pick, try not to pick something too common, because there's always that risk that you might bring back an unpleasant scent memory, and that's the last thing you want. Here's a fragrance that says, "Take me home to your mum." This is a peaceful and calming fragrance that will show you off to be the lovely girl next door kind of person that your mum is going to love, or that your date's mum is going to love. So I've picked here Mon Guerlain Eau de Parfum Intense. So there's lavender and vanilla in here are the main notes, and it's beautiful. It definitely has a gourmand touch. It feels a little bit like there's some caramel, a bit of salted caramel maybe. So it's going to have that effect of your date wanting to come close to sniff you because you smell so gorgeous. But because of the lavender, which is a very calming and soothing scent, it's going to give you that more innocent and sensible edge, if that's what you're going for. So Mont Guerlain Eau de Parfum Intense says, "Take me home to meet your mum and she'll love me." And look at that bottle. Stunning. How about, let's get stoned together, let's go to festivals, let's take a gap year together. And for that, I've gone for Agonist Parfums, the Infidels. This just has that head shop feel, that walking into the shop that sells the incense and the shisha pipes and all the paraphernalia that you need for whatever drug taking activities you like to do. It smells like one of those shops, and it's a bit fresh and powdery at the same time. There's a lot of citruses going on in the opening, but it's powdery and peppery. It's really mysterious, but it's not too heavy. It's a nice ethereal scent that diffuses lovely around you, and it brings an aura of mystery. So this is the kind of fragrance that if you're a bit hedonistic and you're looking for your date to hopefully have similar vibes to you, then show off your personality with the Infidels. Show your date that you're open-minded and a bit of a hippie maybe. So that's the Agonist, the Infidels. Now this fragrance is called New York 55 from 4,160 Tuesdays. This fragrance says, "Win me a teddy bear, buy me candy floss." So this is kind of like all the fun of the fair. So this is for flirty girls, and it's fruity and fun and frivolous, a perfect daytime scent. Let's say your date is you're going to the fair with your date, and you're going to blend in with this because it's roses and violets, there's candy floss, there's vanilla ice cream, and it's just flirty, fruity, frivolous, fun, all the fun at the fair with New York 55. If you want to give off a young and fun feel, then it's perfect, but it's so feminine and sweet and lovely. Again, your date is going to be drawn in with this scent. Now this scent says, "Give me romance, buy me roses, wine me, dine me, and pay for dinner." It's Attar de Roses, Keiko Mecheri. I've taken the lid off. I'm finding this lid a bit troublesome. Can't always get it on. And then when I can, I have trouble. Oh, there we go. Having trouble getting it on and off. But why me die me, buy me roses, buy me dinner. This is the romance fragrance because it's basically a rich, jammy rose with some vanilla. Not much more I can describe it as. It's not soapy, it's not super girly feminine. It's a slightly darker, more mature, grown up. This would work well with some red stilettos. No cleavage if you're showing legs. So this is not a slaggy fragrance. This is a classy but highly romantic fragrance and perfect if you are looking your absolute best. So it's dark roses and some vanilla, super romantic, quite close to the skin, not a massive projector, great for the more intimate dates like your theatre and intimate quiet restaurants with roses on the table, candles, and you looking your absolute best. Attar de Roses. Now this fragrance says, let's play tennis together. So if you've got a more sporty date and you're both very sporty people, then I think something a bit fresher would be great. So Tom Ford Venetian Bergamot, and this is a gardenia scent with bergamot. It's a little bit woody and peppery as well. It's very, very long lasting, so this will take you through your tennis match, and I'd like to think you go for a shower and reapply it for dinner afterwards. But if you didn't, it would take you through all of that. So it's just gorgeous, but it's fresh. It's kind of like an ice cold mocktail. So it's like a really lovely fruity drink, and it's beautiful. It's feminine, but it's fresh, so it is not too heavy. Perfect for daytime dates, even a picnic in the park. But if you're into sports and you're going to be playing tennis, or what other sports can you play? Table tennis. That's my favourite thing to do, but no one wants to play table tennis with me. But if they did and they wanted to take me on a date playing table tennis, then I would wear Venetian Bergamot. Finally then, number 10, ultimate first date fragrance. What's a first date really all about? What's the ultimate goal? Marriage, right? So this fragrance says, marry me. Let's get married. And I've got mine in my little atomizer here. It's from Guerlain, and it's called Le plus beau jour de ma vie, and that means the most beautiful day of my life, and it's based on a French wedding. So you have all the delectable delights of a French wedding day, including the sugared almonds and the floral orange blossom bouquets. There's a hint of incense. There's a little bit of anise in the opening, so a licoricey-like touch to the opening. It doesn't last too long, and it's musky in a really clean musky way, and then there's the most beautiful vanilla in the dry down. It lasts really, really well. And if you already know that your date is the one, he or she is that one person for you, you know it, you absolutely know it, then Le plus beau jour de ma vie is the fragrance for you, your wedding day fragrance. You can wear it on your first date and you can wear it again on your wedding day. Perfect. I think it's an absolutely beautiful fragrance, really romantic, not too floral, not too sickly sweet, just perfect in my eyes. I love it. I wear it all the time. I don't need to be on a date and I don't need to be getting married. I just love wearing this fragrance. Le plus beau jour de ma vie is my last one. That was number 10 on the list. They were in no particular order. I do hope you enjoyed the video. I'm going to show you a little bit of Sweet Tea and then I'm going to say goodbye. Sweetie. There she is. Say goodbye, Sweetie. Not interested. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.